EMCOMM going 10-8. Calorie is king. What you see in front of you here is my cook set from my all-purpose bag over there. It's not a bug-out bag. It's not a get-home bag. It's my all-purpose bag. And the purpose of this bag coming up in about a week, President's Day week is I'm going camping, solo camping. So I'm going to do a 2-night camp, going fishing up in the hills a little bit and just pretty much going to the woods and getting lost. And I'm also going to try out this Marine Corps ILBE pack here. I've upgraded from the Bulletproof Alice pack here to this pack here. The price was right, 80 bucks for the whole thing, and I'm going to give it a test run. So in preparation for my camp out, I'm setting up my food situation here. So in this video, what I want to do is crunch some numbers, the calorie numbers, because basically if you boiled everything down, the lowest common denominator in everyday survival is calorie management. Calories in versus calories going out. So this is what I'm doing here. Like I said, this is 8 days worth of food for an active male adult doing strenuous work. And here are some numbers that I've researched as far as how I came across those numbers. In the military, a typical male in the military uses 2,800 to 3,600 calories per day to maintain his weight and nutrition and all that good stuff. For females, 2,000 to 2,800, and those numbers could fluctuate depending on the person, the amount of activity you're doing. I mean, a desk jockey is only going to use maybe 1,600 calories, where a high-speed, low-drag death machine is going to push out 4,000 calories plus. So there is some leeway in those numbers there. I looked up some numbers from the Forest Service, and they say their wildland forest firefighters could expend up to 6,000 calories, and I've seen those guys work. It's quite possible. So the numbers for them is from 2,200 calories to 4,400 calories per day for an active firefighter fighting a forest fire out there in the field. So those are the benchmarks that I'm using to customize my survival food situation here. Each one of these bags has at an average of 3,500 calories. It's kind of hard to bring up the calories with nutritional foods in there. I mean, if I put in a bag of Doritos in there, yeah, I'll get 4,000 calories, but I don't want to do that. I want nutrient dense food that is not just empty calories. I want nutritional stuff that's packed with vitamins, minerals, and all that good stuff to not only keep my carbs up and my energy level up, but also repair cuts or sore muscles and you know, just the repairing process of your body when you consume all this food. So, but if I go balls to the walls for 8 days, hiking 20 miles a day or doing whatever to get home, I got 8 days of food to do it with here and still remain a constant weight level. My weight level will be maintained. Now, if this was an incident for 4 days and I have my family with me, then this will maintain all of us for 4 days, because one of these bags here would maintain myself if I go balls to the walls, and my wife and 2 kids. Women generally use less calories, and my 2 little kids, of course. So another bag, that'll be what, 1,600 calories each. 1,600 calories for my wife and 800 calories for my 2 little girls. And that will fluctuate, because if they're still hungry or whatever, they're going to get something out of my bag. That's just the way it is. But as far as food conservation or management, that's how it goes. So this could be for a family for 4 days, 2 adults and 2 kids, or 8 days, full-size adult male. totally exceeding the 72-hour minimum suggested by Homeland Security. I want to go overboard. I want to make sure I cover the comfort zone, if you will. And I don't think I've seen many videos on people actually breaking down the numbers. All I see is random objects on a table saying, oh yeah, this will last me 20 days on a can of peaches, or something like that, something ridiculous like that. And there's some other people that will totally, you know, do a whole menu set, but the damn thing weighs like 20 pounds for one day worth of food. So this is just my method of madness on how I'm going to approach this. And a big help that helped me quite a bit to kind of stay in focus of the numbers, the nutritional values, and the variety of food to select was a series made by Analytical Survival about bug out foods. And it was complete. It's the encyclopedia of bug out food, plain and simple. So this is my rendition of that particular system with my take on things I like and stuff like that. So anyway, let's continue crunching the numbers, and let's pick out one of these bags and see what's in it. For myself, and everybody's different, the magic number for me to lose weight on a moderately active day for me is 1,836 calories. So that's a regimen of doing field work, a bit more active than an office worker or something like that. So I'm somewhere in between there and I don't know, a construction worker, somewhere in between construction worker and an office worker. If I were at the time, I was working out every day, just about doing maybe 20 minutes of cardio and then weight training for about an hour. So in total, an hour and a half of exercise plus my 8-hour work, then homework, chores, and whatnot on an average day. So with a diet of 1,836 calories, I was losing weight. And I know this because I use this website called MyFitnessPal that tracks all the calories that you ate during the day and your activity level, and that kind of helps you set goals as to losing weight, gaining weight, and it was just a nutritional guide to know what my baseline is. And I know 1,800 calories for that particular activity level was below. I needed more calories to maintain my present weight, and usually on average I'm 165 pounds. I went down to 148 at the time when I was on this particular program that I was trying out. So that kind of tells me I wanted to lose fat, not muscle, and that's why I was doing it, and it worked. But I know then or I do know now that I have to eat more than 1,800 or 1,900 calories to kind of maintain my weight. So what you see in front of you is 2,520 calories worth of food. Now, and this is somewhat like camp food, bug out food, bug in food, things that you can make on the go, eat as is, or just, you know, easy food to make yourself. Mountain House, everybody knows about this. Each one of these bags is 2.5 servings for each bag. So a serving is 240 calories. So if you eat this whole bag, you're actually consuming, let's see here, 600 calories. So that's 600 calories right there. Now if I don't have time to cook or make a fire, like that's my cook set there for my pack, alcohol stove, wood burning stove, and the various pots. The MREs will be if I'm in a rush or don't want to reveal myself with smoke, even though the alcohol stove doesn't smoke. But if I just want to eat real quick, and it has one of these heaters here. These are all the items of this particular menu item here that I was really willing to eat. So this meal here had a grand total of 820 calories of the stuff that I was willing to eat. So that's 820. Now this here is a homemade soup mix, and I added some stuff. I didn't want to do top ramen because top ramen is pretty much toxic. It has a lot of saturated fat, lots of sodium, and I just wanted a more healthier choice than just top ramen here. So I kind of made up my own sort of soup mix here, and the total calories for that was 780 calories for that pack right there. So the total amount of calories for one packet of top ramen is 380, and this guy right here was 780, almost double, and it's not much more material than the top ramen. I could fit this whole content within this packet here, and the weight, this is maybe just slightly a little bit heavier, but this was a hell of a lot more nutrition packed than the top ramen itself. So that's why I'm going this route, making my own soup mix than buying a top ramen. And then this is 6 tablespoons of Costco trail mix, and that comes out to 320 calories for snacks or just to supplement the calorie count. And it's got fats and protein with the peanuts and almonds and a little bit of treat of chocolate and raisins in there, something sweet to eat. So the grand total of all this here comes out to 2,520 calories. So this soup packet here is a total of 780 calories. So what's in it? I got some dehydrated instant refried beans, and that has a whole bunch of proteins and minerals. 9 grams of protein per servings. So I put in 1 serving of this stuff in there. For flavoring and soup flavorings and whatnot, this is Bear Creek soup mix. And it's got some dehydrated stuff in there, as you can see in the picture, these little noodles and carrots, but the picture is deceptive. It's got less stuff in here than what the picture depicts. This has a total fat content of 3%, where your top ramen is 11% with 18% saturated fat. This has 3% saturated fat. So it's a little bit more nutritional than the top ramen. This packet per serving is 5 grams of protein, and this one is 4 grams of protein. So I used 2 servings of these because each serving of soup mix is 120 calories. I put 2 servings of it. That comes out to 300 calories of this into the soup mix. 1 serving of the beans here is 190 calories. Then the numbers may skew just a little bit depending on the flavors. Like this has a little bit more fat content and stuff like that. And the servings per calories is 150 calories, and this guy here is 120. So this guy has a little bit more calories than this guy here, and a bit less protein at that, 2 grams of protein, where this has 4 per serving. That's just a flavor. So instead of using the ramen noodles, I'm using rice noodles. 1 serving of noodles. So this is Japanese somen noodles, rice noodles, pretty much thick stir-fry rice noodles. So they're both made out of rice, where this is, I don't know what this is made out of, wheat. So this is wheat based and this is rice based. So with the beans there, you could somewhat say that this completes a complete protein as far as the components of a protein. And 1 serving of this stuff is 2 ounces equals 210 calories alone. So that added up to 780 calories for this packet right here. It's real flavorful. It fills you up better than this here. After about an hour, you are still hungry after eating this. This is pretty hearty once you make it. And I got some film of the family eating some of this stuff, and I got two picky little girls there that don't eat much, but they were loving this stuff. Except for the youngest, she was just giving me a hard time. What do you think? You like it? Are you sure? All right. Okay, how about you? You like the soup?
Yeah.
All right. So, Mrs. Gorilla, what do you think? Is this a keeper?
It was good. I ate it all.
Oh, well, that's something if you ate it all. All right. So this...
I'm going to wash it down with some wine.
Oh, I bet. So 8 days worth of food plus the cooking components so you could prepare your food and everything is 19.4 pounds for 8 days worth of food if you were balls to the walls working hard trying to get home. So each day you're going to reduce that weight theoretically by 1/8 of the total weight. So each day this is going to be getting lighter. And that's not bad to be lugging around in your backpack for 8 days, easing along, not using much calories, just trucking along. You could extend this out to maybe 16 days if you just do half a ration and live off your body fat, which is quite possible. It's very possible. It just depends on your strategy on how to get home. But this is almost 20 pounds worth of food right there. Mind you, the heaviest part is the MRE components because they already have the liquid in them, so you could eat it as quickly as you can open it. So that's what's taking up the most weight. If it was freeze-dried or dehydrated, then this would have weighed 5 pounds less than what you see here, at least. So that's my strategy of nutritional emergency food preps for when you're on the go. So the cook set itself for the 2-day or 2-night solo camp trip comes out to 7 pounds worth of just the food items and the prep gear for it. But the amount of food there is going to be, I would imagine, for 3 days worth of activities, because I'm just going to be fishing, lounging, bushcrafting, and testing some gear out, like this pack that I just got. I want to see how it feels with fully loaded and humping up and down the hills. So that's where I'm coming from here, and that's my take on food preparations on the go. Gorilla Comm going 10-10.